What's going on, everybody? Clown here. Today we're going to be talking about Outriders and Technomancer builds. I have three basic builds. They're pretty much going to run off the exact same tree. All getting a little bit higher in DPS, starting with the old budget build. No legendaries, nothing over a tier 2. Still does really good. Ad clears, everything. The basis of all of these is going to start with the pretty much the same thing. Gun, very important part. The Earthborn Renegade's assault rifle. If you don't know how to get this assault rifle, you probably already have it. It comes with the Hell's Rangers DLC for pre-order. If not, you can buy it on Steam or wherever for it's a couple dollars. 100% worth getting. It's tactical ARs are extremely strong. This one already has good rolls on it, crit damage, status power, long range damage, and you will have bone shrapnel. The way it's set up right now, I have it with death chains. This is the, I would say, budget build version, but this does very good. Death chains does extremely good damage. As far as gear pieces, pretty much anything that you get is going to be okay. There's a few certain things that you want to have on there. Bonus firepower, that's always good. Close range or long range damage, also always good. Main skills that you want to have on here, having shrapnel on there, the one additional mine to be thrown, that is always handy, and I'll show you why. As far as like the class skills, that's going to be something that will come in handy. Pretty much anything for your bladed turret, because you're going to be running the bladed turret. The explosive one, not too big of a deal. Spare mag for your bladed rounds. That is going to be probably one of the bigger ones, especially for when you run into bigger bosses, stuff like that. Let's see here. This is also very big. Trick up the sleeve for your bladed rounds. Killing shots grant 30% extra bullets in your mag. This keeps you from reloading a lot, which also combines with toxic lead. Toxic lead is the same thing. Enemies afflicted with toxic will instantly replenish 40% of your mag whenever you kill them. Then we also run critical analysis, giving more critical damage to bladed rounds. This is the basic budget build, I would say. No legendaries, nothing above a tier 2. Pretty easy to build, and all stuff that you can get fairly early. As far as secondaries on here, Phantom Dash I run just because it's fun and it's nice to be able to get through enemies, because sometimes they can block you. Hidden Medkit also very nice, especially for endgame grinding, because everything drops little clips of ammo, and those little clips of ammo will restore your health anytime you run over top of them. So those are super nice. I have freezing boost on here. You could actually switch that out for something else. Freezing boost is actually set up for a different setup, which I'll show you here in a minute. But you can run something besides freezing boost on there, something else for your bladed turret or an extra shrapnel grenade. That would always be good. Radical therapy, just because you're going to be inflicting toxic on pretty much every enemy that you shoot with this build. And those two I've already explained. As far as the skill tree, this is a skill tree that I run pretty much constant, and for every one of them we run the pestilence tree. The only things that I may switch up, and you can if you want, depending on what you're going, if you want higher DPS, you can take 1 point out of the weapon leech over here and put it into 2 sides of the power to get more damage. You will also take quite a bit more damage, especially from elites, so keep that in mind. But if you want to see the tree, this is the tree. This is how I run it. Everything on it. The big things right here. Cannonade, that's why you want the extra shrapnel grenades. Every time you throw a shrapnel grenade, it's going to give you and your allies a 30% boost for 10 seconds. You've also got your Assault Master. It's on this side. You want your increased clip. Everything that gives toxic more of a damage boost is always good. And finally, jet powering antenna, which is going to affect your bladed rounds and your bladed turret. As you can already guess, those are the skills that we're going to be running. Scrapnel, bladed rounds, lighted turret. As far as what this build looks like in action, here it be.
Dead.
cave. Can't you hear it? It's just begging us to drill it.
Alright, and next up we have the semi-upgraded budget build. It is literally the exact same build. This is the one that you'll want freezing boost on, just to get a little bit extra damage for frozen enemies. The main thing you're going to be switching is on the rifle. Take chains off. It is a tier 3 called Winter Blast. Winter Blast you get off of the Iceberg sniper rifle. You can get that from doing legendary farms. It's just random drop, so you can either get it from that or you can buy it from Tiago if he has it in the shop. Break it down. Either way, Iceberg is where you get Winter Blast. That's the big change on this one. Critical shots create an icy blast that inflicts freeze on enemies within a 4-meter radius. Has a 1-second cooldown. As long as you're hitting crit shots, you're going to be freezing enemies constantly. Especially in game when you're getting a bunch of waves. It is extremely handy. You can basically freeze everything. Then you hit it, and then bone shrapnel will kick in and explode and kill everything. It's extremely fun. Extremely nice. Yeah. Here's how this one looks.
There's a pod here.
Okay. And finally, this is my last build. It is not finished yet, not 100%. These two pieces, Plague Sowers, is the only two pieces that I have so far. Would like to get a third piece. It basically just gives stack damage reduction infinitely for 5 seconds. But the reason I do that is because we will be switching class skill on this one. Tree is going to be the exact same. The only thing that we'll be switching on this, which I have not done yet, we'll be taking suction module and putting it over here to 2 sides of the power. That's why we want the extra damage reduction to make up for the other 15% that we're going to be taking. But we'll get that extra 20% damage dealt. So it's super, super nice. As far as the rest of the build, every piece that we have is going to have bonus firepower on it. Makes it kind of glass cannony. Also the reason that we want that damage reduction, because you do take a lot of damage. But bonus firepower, cooldown reduction, close range damage, or long range damage. Ideally, getting both on there is super nice. Only have one piece, unfortunately, which is the foot. But still working on it. Still working on it. Either way, everything's going to be on there. Toxic lead for refilling your mag. Bladed rounds. Critical analysis for the extra crit damage. Radical therapy, 15% damage against toxified enemies. Trick up the sleeve. More extra bullets. That way we barely ever have to refill our mag. But literally ever. Let's see, this piece has med burst on it, which is level 3. It's okay. Helps out your allies. Could probably have something better on there. But either way, the big one on here, spare mag. That way if you do run into a big giant beast that's going to take a whole lot of damage, you have that backup mag of bladed rounds. Most of the time you're not even going to use it, but in the case that you do, the difference in power is extreme. So very nice to have on there. This chest piece has to the bone bladed rounds. When the skill is activated, increases anomaly power by 30% for 15 seconds. Does help out, but like I said, once you activate the bladed rounds, you're rarely gonna not have them on. So it'll help for a little bit. Hidden med kit again, because it just does a lot. If you move around like you're supposed to in this game, you're gonna be picking up ammo on a constant, and it will just keep filling your health and filling your health. And yeah, you definitely need it. Let's see here. Scrapnel. So we get 1 extra grenade. Grenades are really good, again, because they give us that 30% boost with the skill. And then Phantom Dash, just because we can zoom around. You could put the other skill to have another Scrapnel grenade if you wanted to. But Phantom Dash seems to be very, very handy for when you get cornered, or if one of those big, you know, jumpy bosses decides to jump right up in your face. You know which ones I'm talking about. The big boingy boys. Those, then you can dash through them instead of just getting stuck there. But either way. Now over to the gun. This is the big part and the huge damage maker in this build. The gun, still the same. Still has bone shrapnel. Still has the same crit status, long range. But we have Killing Spree on it. Killing Spree is a tier 3. It's a pain in the ass to get, kinda. You have to get it off a gun called, I believe, Amber Vault. I may be wrong on that. It's Amber something. Either way. If you do get it though, Killing Spree is extremely strong. Works very, very well for this gun. Killing shots increase damage by 25% for this weapon for 20 seconds. Bonus deteriorates with time and stacks up to 3 kills. So as long as you are killing stuff, it's going to keep stacking up. And you're going to end up having a 75% bonus going along with everything else. You have your turret out and just threw a grenade. Those alone give you 70%. Big mass, 145, I think. I don't know. Maybe I screwed that up. But you'll see it in the gameplay. It does extremely, extremely well. I've seen crits with this setup up over 200,000. So, here's a little gameplay, just so you can see it. Hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks a bunch. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.